been using the GForce R series professional vac now for a few months, or as I like to call it, R2D2. So I thought I'd do a review on it and show you how I got on. So I'll just go over some of the main features of it, and then we'll have a look at a few jobs that I've done and show you how I got on with it and give you my thoughts of what I think about it. So as you can see, really nicely made, stainless steel drum, and you've got your 3 motors on the top, which are 1200 watts, giving you 3600 watts of power there. The R series has been designed on this really nice frame. It's been designed specially by GForce. They have got multiple vans out on the road. They are gutter cleaners primarily, so they designed the machine for themselves and then have decided to sell it to the trade. So a really nice, robust, very thick, what's that, about probably 3 or 4 mil steel box section. Really nice tipping mechanism on this. I have noticed that when you tip it, that even if it's full of water and really heavy, there's no problem of tipping it at all. It doesn't tip forward as you're tipping it. It's balanced so nicely. You've got your puncture-proof big wheels on the back. Now these are great. These go over anything. And going upstairs, these make it really easy. You have your 72 mil side cyclonic inlet here, giving you great clearance and really powerful force. Really nice quality cable coming out of it. You've got front casters with brakes on, so when you're wheeling it around, there's no problem with that rolling off once you get to where you're going to. You've got your 2 very good quality clips on the side there, which pull your top down really tight. Inside you've got your cone deflector, so your filter doesn't get full of muck. It comes with a blue sponge filter, and also you've got your HEPA style filter for very dry, dusty conditions. The vac itself has got this groove around here, so that is your exhaust ports. A lot of vacs will have one small exhaust port. Well, this has got them all the way around, so that really helps your exhaust air coming out, and it blows across the motors, so that keeps your motors cool, extending the life of your motors. You've got 2 little straps here. Now you could use those for holding your cable, but what GForce use them for is with their inspection pole. So rather than having your inspection pole loose or having your camera on the top of your gutter vac so it's bouncing around and you can't really see it, I have an inspection pole which they mount onto the gutter vac with these 2 straps. Now the reason for that is you stand your gutter vac next to the gutters, and you've got a solid fixing then for your inspection pole. The inspection pole is really nice quality. You've got your big thumb clips on there which make it nice and easy to use and solid. The camera itself is colour camera, night and day, so works in the dark as well, so even in low light conditions works really well. The head is on a double ball joint, so you can get that head into any position that you want, and then you just screw it up, and they're on your usual, I think it's 1/8 inch, I'm not sure exactly, I think they're 1/8 inch screw threads, so that's really nice. The monitor you get with it, you get a clamp come with it as well, so this can attach onto the handle of your gutter vac, and then the camera opens up, really nice big screen on that. You've got your sunshade around it, which really helps. I was surprised how much that shade helps, because I've had a monitor like this before, but that shade really helps. And a fantastically clear video. You can take videos or photos, and it's all stored on a SD card on the monitor. The camera and the monitor come in a hard case. GForce have got their nice logo on the front there. And it comes with all the cables you need, your chargers. It's got a car charger there. You've got mains chargers. I've left the other mains charger in the house. And you've got storage there, all your instructions. So everything you need. You've even got a little carabiner there if you want to tie it up, hang it somewhere. So really nice feature. Not the cheapest piece of kit you can buy, but very, very effective. So let's have a look at a few jobs that I've done with it, and then I'll tell you what I think about it at the end. One of the great things about the GForce gutter vacs is the number of silicon heads that you get with them. These have been specially designed. They're not just auto heads, they have been designed specifically for GForce with the compound that they wanted. But I think it's about 4 or 5 different bends that you get with them. So as I go down that side there, it's going to really help me get down there. I'll put the U-bend on rather than the 135 degree one that I'd normally have. So yeah, we'll go and get down that side done. Even with a gutter vac, there are times where you'll need to get a ladder out. If you've never seen these, they're like a float. If you knock them out the gutter, sometimes you can get them back in, but they're like a float. I don't know why people put them in, but it's supposed to stop stuff from going down the gutter. So you just need to make sure those are put back in properly, which you can't do with your vac. You have to do off your ladder. So I've been using the GForce in conjunction with the GForce gutter vac poles. Now these are a really nice, I think it's called cross laminated rather than extrusion made pole. The cross laminated are stronger because they use different layers of carbon fibre which they mesh across and then impregnate with resin. They are a 46mm pole, which is actually a little bit more comfortable in your hands. You haven't got quite a stretch. Maybe if you've got slightly smaller hands like me, I haven't got great big shovels, but yeah. So they're a really nice, comfortable pole to use. You might notice on the end, you've got this cuff. There's one of those on the end of each pole, and that works really nicely. It protects your pole, so you can drop it and no damage at all to the end of that pole. I mean, you haven't got one on the other side, but you can't have everything, can you? That's where it's got to slot into the next one. They're a friction fit pole. I wondered whether I'd like the friction fit poles compared to the clamp poles, but I actually find friction fit a little bit stiffer. I've had no trouble with them sticking together whatsoever. All you've got to do is make sure that your poles are kept clean. And I don't mean you've got to be over the top with it, clean it between every single stretch of gutter, but as long as you give it a good clean, regular clean, and give it a spray with dry PTFE spray, and these will last you for years. Now, the poles come in the bag. You get your bag if you order the bag from them. This is fantastic quality. You could fill this up with water and it wouldn't leak. It's marine material, so it's like a rubberized canvas. Really nice quality. Everything's double stitched. The handles go right the way around, so they're not going to pull off. Fantastic quality. Now, GForce don't believe in one piece of equipment does everything. So when it comes to your heads on the top, this is their own rubber. Well, I say their own rubber. They have specified the standard of rubber. Now, the reason they've done that is it's not just automotive parts that they've used. They actually had these made specially, and the reason for that is it gives you longevity. So you never need to use clamps on these because they're tight. They loosen up as time goes on. When you first have them, they're a bit tight. They can be a little bit of a struggle the first few times you use them. They do loosen up slightly, but they're not going to loosen up anymore. And it's always a really good grip. And as I said, they don't believe that one head is for every job. So you get your normal 135 degree, you get a 90 degree, you get that one. I'm not quite sure what degree that is, but that's almost straight. So if you've got a job that like you're going across the top of a conservatory roof, you can get right down in with that head. You've got a straight head. Again, if you're going straight out in front of you or down, let's say you're going down a block pipe or something like that, a block drain, you can use that. And you've got your U. So, you know, if you're right underneath it, you can use that. Also, you've got their nozzles. Now, they come with a selection of nozzles. Now, you might notice these are all plastic. You've got your crevice nozzle, you've got your 135 degree nozzle. Now you've got this one, which GForce use most of the time for most jobs, and it is a very narrow nozzle. And you think, well, doesn't that get blocked up? If you get a bit of compo or something like that in, it does sometimes, but you can have that with anything. But because it's reduced down to quite a thin size, you can get it right to the back of the gutter nice and easily. And because it's sucking the same amount through it, it sort of increases the power somehow. So you've got the same suction going through a smaller hole. So it really increases the suction. So it takes a little bit of getting used to when you've used just your standard 50mm, 135 degree or whatever that is, nozzle, 35 degree I think it is. Takes a bit of getting used to, but once you get used to it, I really like this now. So I do use that a lot of the time, as you can probably see, because it's a bit grooved. You also get this long nozzle. Now that is absolutely fantastic for getting down like the outlet of the drain of a gutter, or if you've got very deep gutters, as I did a factory with industrial gutters, and I use that because it would drop down far enough into the gutters. Also, it'll drop down drains, anything. So that is an absolutely amazing that is an absolutely amazing nozzle that you wouldn't think about getting, but I'm glad it comes with the kit. Now, another of the reasons that GForce use plastic is they say they don't wear out any quicker. As I said, they're the experts, they're using these all the time. They don't wear out any quicker really than the metal ones, and they're cheap to replace compared to metal. And also, you've got an extra bit of safety there. I mean, I know the poles are carbon fibre, so you can still get electrocuted, but if you've got a silicone neck on it, and then you've got a plastic nozzle, if you touch a cable, it's a lot less likely. I mean, it's not impossible, you've still got to be careful, of course you have all the time, but it's a lot less likely that it's going to arc across to you using plastic rather than metal nozzles. As I said, I've been using it for a few months now, so I can give you a real honest opinion. This machine hasn't come up against anything it can't handle. Absolutely amazing. The drum holds loads, which is a real bonus. Up until I started using this, I was using a small vac, the compact, mostly because of convenience, but after going over to this size vac, there's so much difference in the power. It really does suck anything out. Before, using the small vac, you might get lumps of moss stuck in your nozzle. This sucks them straight through, so absolutely amazing. So would I recommend the GForce? Yes, any day. Very, very well built, very good quality. I've been really impressed with it. It's an exceptional vac, worked every time for me. Not that vacs don't work, but absolutely fantastic. I've loved using their inspection camera. Now this has just been lent to me, so I'll be taking this back to them. I've still got my small compact vac, but yeah, it's made me want to start using a bigger vac again. Yeah, really nice, so manoeuvrable, so easy to use, absolutely fantastic vac. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for loads of reviews and different tips and tricks and things like that. I'll leave the links to GForce, to their camera, to the little vac that they've got, the inspection stuff, all their poles, all their vacs. I'll leave the links to everything in the description below. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.